well for that. Let me see myself. Turn that up. There we go. So, for a short little intermission in that, in between. Hello, Miss Dreadful.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. Happy to be back.
Let me pull that somewhat closer.
I think my voice will carry just. There we go. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I gotcha. It's where it happens in that. So, how's it been going since, just not even a short few months ago?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Been kind of busy, actually.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them what you just put out?
Oh, yeah. I just did a recording with Pete Mako for his album. What was it?
Well, the song was
yeah.
the Witch of West Hollywood, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm tired. Yeah, Witch of West Witch of West Hollywood. I got to do the lead guitar parts with Matt Starr from
Roxy May.
Roxy May,
Yeah,
and then
and
currently Love Sick Radio.
Yeah.
But that was really neat to be able to do that. That song came out really cool. And I've been kind of branching out, trying to look into doing a little bit more of my own stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
just trying to keep busy.
Well, you guys been somewhat busy, definitely. Different shows and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that. Busy beavers, aren't you?
We try to be.
Yeah, we try.
To a point in that,
Yeah.
Fair enough in that.
And we have the one coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we're playing a benefit show at the Empire, and it's to raise money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation.
Yeah, it's Throwdown for the Cure, the third
It's the
one?
third
Yeah.
annual one. Syringe
Is the
puts
one
it together. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, we always get a
That's
kick
so
out of
fun.
playing with them.
Yeah.
They're
One of your
definitely-
favorite groups to play with?
They're definitely way up there. I don't think I
Top
have
10?
particular. Yeah, just because they're just so nice people to play with too,
Yeah, they put on a really good show.
and we've been watching them since
Yeah,
they pretty much
like
started.
I don't know how long they've been a band, but like the first time I saw them, I think there were just 3 of them, and the sound was completely different than it is now. It's evolved. It's evolved in a really good
I don't
way.
even think I was in this band yet.
No, you weren't. You and I had like just met.
Mm.
The inner workings.
Yeah.
Sort of happened that. Fair enough, fair enough. True. Yeah. Got anything over there, Mike? You can't sit over there and be so quiet.
I mean, I haven't come up with a question yet, no.
I know you can go about sandwiches like the last time.
I mean, we could.
It's
What's
a
your
long
favorite
inside.
sandwich? Yeah, there we go.
I like a lot of sandwiches. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I suppose it depends on like what I'm in the mood for.
Right. Like, what kind of bread do I want? Do I want meat on the sandwich? I'll probably put mayo on it.
Fair enough. It's sort of a knockoff of an inside joke that happened last week.
Okay.
The other dude was a buddy of the one dude that it just evolved again over social media before he came in. So yeah, long story short,
Okay.
fair enough. Fair enough in that. So I'm sort of going to start off with a little what I normally been sort of doing with people. So what's the plans for the rest of this year going into next year?
So we have the benefit show for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. We're playing a couple more shows in December, and honestly, just trying to get the music videos done to wrap up the album that we put out in June. We want to do a couple videos for that and then move on. I want to record some acoustic songs after we do that and then just play out as much as we can. That would be next year.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I don't think we have anything planned so far as shows go for the beginning of next year, do we?
No, not after December 18th, I think, is the last show of the year.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's that time of year, sort of that wind down with the two
Yeah.
holidays kneeling after one another and
Yeah.
that, you know.
It's like when people go into hibernation and don't want to come out to shows, and everyone just goes into work mode making new music.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Everyone hits that like turkey coma shutdown for the rest of the season.
That's just you, because you eat like 2 Thanksgiving dinners. Like one after
Nice.
another.
I feel like totally called out here.
You just, yeah, she just went there.
Yeah, thanks.
Dun-dun.
There's no leftovers.
See, this is what you need.
I
that
mean-
dun-dun.
Given the chance, I'd do the same.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's there, why not?
Fair enough. Fair enough in that. So, what's been the most exciting show so far?
Like for the whole year, probably our CD release show. At least for me, just because that was like so much time was spent on that album, and to
Mhm.
finally get to put it out there and celebrate it and actually play with a drummer, because I think the rest of the year we've just done acoustic shows, right?
Yeah, we
So that was just a whole different experience. A lot, really high energy, really fun. Getting back to where, or how we used to play shows, like when we used to play full band shows all the time. So
it was kind of validation for the album itself
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
It was,
Fair enough.
yeah, that was a really fun show.
Fair enough.
Still looking for a drummer.
yeah,
Don't worry. You build it, it shall come.
Oh, we're
You like
hoping
how
Yeah.
I reverse that?
yeah, we'll find someone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could find it in upcoming months with that slow time and that
Yeah.
sort of coming and that. Just throw it out
Very
there.
true that
Yeah.
you know, if anyone is looking, during this slower time period, then come see us.
Hit you up about stuff and things
Yeah.
Yeah.
and cool stuff. I got you in that. I got you. So, Mike, Mr. Quiet over there.
Yeah. Another question.
Yeah. I'm going to make you sort of work.
Okay, so who are your biggest influences?
Okay, I'll start. So, Slash, and David Bowie. Like, Slash is my guitar icon, and David Bowie is like everything that I want to be as an artist.
Fair
And
enough.
my influences vary so much just across the board of like the different styles that I'll play and the different types of music that I'll listen to. So I mean, it could be John Five, it could be Mozart, it could be Manson, it could be Danny Filth, it could be Shagroth of Jimmy Borgir. And there are lots and lots and lots of different influences and how I play and what my styles are.
Fair. Now I'm going to somewhat take your little bag of tricks. So, what was that, like the top 2 albums that sort of, grabbed your interest, that sort of motivated you into either music or inspired you in that?
The album that got me interested in becoming a musician was Appetite for Destruction. And my favorite album is Ziggy Stardust.
I think for me it would have been Nirvana Nevermind and Pink Floyd The Wall. Like that whole thing.
That's a true. I can see how that could be.
It's actually
Yeah.
not the first time we heard that today.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's
that
pretty
good.
coincidental. Yeah. So, what do you think of the music video? Since you brought up The Wall, is it sort of
It's
real
the
to
whole
you?
the whole movie itself.
Yeah.
God, that was a trip.
I know, literally.
Doesn't matter what state of mind you're in watching that movie. It's what the hell did I just watch? But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
True. I got you in that. So, we want to get them to play one.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on to onwards and upwards things
Okay.
and see what Tim's up to. I know he's sitting there itching, probably thinking things, questions and stuff. Our advisor.
Oh.
No one bad. I swear it's no angry crowd with pitchforks outside waiting for you.
Aw.
I don't think we have that many enemies. Do
No.
we?
I don't know what I piss off
I don't
this
even.
week.
I don't even know that many people to have that many enemies.
Again, who'd I piss off this week?
If you were Arnold, then you would have to be a little bit worried. I know. I had to go and throw one at him.
Okay. So this is off of Evil Hides. This is Leave Your Friends Behind. Leave your friends behind, the answer lies deep inside. I will cleanse your mind and save your life. All the secrets you hide will be revealed to my eyes. I lead you into the light on a path away from your blood. Leave your friends behind, the answer lies in your mind. I will reach inside and bring it out to the light. Be your savior, your guide, the one who shows you what is right. I'll open your eyes and lead you to a better life.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, you got to it first.
Oh. Yep. I didn't realize if you were going to hit it or not. While we sit there and be counterproductive towards one another and try to hit two different buttons at the same time. It shows you we're in a fighting mood, aren't we?
Not really.
Nah, something like that. We'll sort of go with that.
So I guess it's time to please Tim.
Oh, God.
Okay, so is Tom Brady softer than Cristiano Ronaldo?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
I thought he pulled that on them already.
Did he? I don't know.
I think.
I don't think
Probably,
we were
he
asked
pulls
any
it on
sports
everyone.
questions.
What?
I don't think we were asked any sports questions last
No.
time. And
It's
I'm
this
the-
ongoing thing.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Same. Like, I know little bits and pieces, but that's about it.
It's this ongoing thing. You're not the first. You're not going to be the last, to be honest, on that aspect.
Fair enough.
It's been almost a two-year thing. So, that's not a question, did you just say? Yeah, that's true. That's not a question. But we'll go
Okay,
with
yeah.
this.
Where would you like to see yourselves in 3 years?
Touring.
Yeah. A lot further along
Yeah.
with our musical careers than we are now, definitely.
Yeah, definitely touring. Definitely more videos, other albums, playing out even more so.
Hmm.
Traveling amongst the state to different places? I don't know if that might be
Either
a thing.
in-state, out of state.
Yeah, like I would like to be touring the country, ideally
Mhm.
by then.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But does the master have something else?
What is the furthest you've traveled for a gig?
I guess North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's ways, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
For
a
sure.
little mini tour that I did. It was just a few shows right when I started doing the acoustic stuff.
Like in between, like stops from like here down, or just from here down there.
Is it's
It
kind of
was
like all over
here,
the place.
Indiana.
Yeah, Tennessee. Well, I think I went from Indiana to North Carolina, then to Tennessee,
and
then to Columbus. So it was just like in the course of a week, but it was a lot of driving, I guess.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
cool.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go sightseeing. Then,
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
So it's sort of a bonus.
Yeah.
Nah, fair enough. Did you stop in Nashville, Tennessee?
No, we were in
No.
Johnson City.
which is absolutely
Yeah, it's a pretty cool-
gorgeous.
We didn't really go by Nashville.
We
I
kind of
think it-
drove around it.
Yeah, I don't even think we drove by it. I don't remember. It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think
Fair
that's
enough.
because that's the time where we decided that we should change the band name from being Dr. Dreadful to Miss Dreadful. 'Cause
Yeah.
it made more sense. It made it more personable. It, made the whole concept obviously more tangible than having it be Dr. Dreadful instead of just some concept. It was actually putting a face to the music itself.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What, does the master have something else out there?
Yeah. If you could open for one band, who would it be?
Who would you open for?
There are so many options.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
And I've
You only
got
pick
to,
one?
and I've got to open for like some of the bands that I look
Yeah.
up to as well. Like,
Don't worry, I have something that you might be able to use one that you don't answer again.
hmm.
You'll be able
What?
to use one of the answers you don't use again in the near future on something I'm going to say.
Okay.
So it'll make it a little bit easier for
Okay.
him.
Okay.
But who would you?
So many people. Like,
I know, right?
how do you just pick one? You know, like some of the people are dead that I would like to open for.
Well, you can still do
Yeah.
that. We leave it broad in that because some
Yeah.
people, that's who they actually really feel more towards.
Yeah.
So, it's no wrong answer. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably want to open for Slash. That's
Yeah, I
yeah.
called that one. Definitely called that one.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Bowie would have been cool.
You know who would be cool to open for? Stevie Nicks. That would be cool.
Yeah, actually,
True.
I wouldn't be opposed to that one either.
Yeah.
Bo, I didn't expect you to say Bowie.
Oh, he was such a performer. It's
Yeah.
Well,
hard
sure.
not to look up to anything that man did in his career. And he was very versatile in what he did, and how
Yeah.
he was rebuilding his image constantly, and just it was,
Yeah.
you know, you had the whole like Ziggy Stardust thing up to, closer to now with the album Black Star too. I mean, they were so distant, yet they were somewhat familiar to each other. So just
Fair
he was
enough.
just such a dynamic person. Or Queen would have been awesome too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Original lineup of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, that would be one.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Here, I'll sort of help you. No, you could use someone that you sort of left off the list. If you're the opener, can pick who, or wow. Okay,
You're the headliner.
so you're the headliner. You can have anyone open for you. Who would you want? Now, see, now you can actually go and say some that you didn't say before.
Yeah. So we could pick anyone like
Oh yeah, local,
like people bigger than us.
bigger,
Or,
that
okay.
came that way. However you want to play it.
I still don't know, because I mean there are just so many different bands that I'd love to do a show with, and possibly be a good fit with. But
Fair.
no, for me, one of the coolest things was being able to open for Wednesday 13, because that was something that I looked up to, back in high school, because
Mhm.
it was like a punky, harder version of Marilyn Manson. Being able to play with Rob Zombie would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Or Alice Cooper even.
Yeah, that would have been a good
Yeah,
answer for the first question. To open
Yeah,
for Alice Cooper.
I think I'm gonna say opening for Alice
Yeah.
Cooper, because just how much of a performer
That
he is.
yeah, that
and
was one of
Yeah.
my favorite concerts. Was when we saw Alice Cooper.
definitely.
I can see
Change my
that.
answer.
Actually, Velvet Revolver for me. I want to say Velvet Revolver, because they were the first concert that I got to see. It was Velvet Revolver and Alice in Chains, and just how incredible that show was, and the backdrop. Because it was right in front of this canyon out in Gorge, Washington, and
Mhm.
it was just so much power in being able to see Scott Weiland perform. Being able to say that I saw Scott Weiland perform isn't something a lot of people could say anymore.
True. Very true. You going with Allison Cooper?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, we're out $1 million though. I might as well throw it out there.
You mean you can't make that happen for us? I thought that was why you were asking.
I wish. As soon as that happens, I'll let you know.
Okay.
No, we haven't acquired a mint yet.
Yeah, or robbing a bank lately, but we'll get back to you as soon as that is made possible.
All right.
I don't
Or
want to
that
know
we
how
don't
you
get in
acquired
jail.
the funds.
Yeah, no questions asked.
Just if you acquire the funds, we won't ask. We'll just be appreciative.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fair enough. Fair enough in that. Has our master said anything else or no? You like how I'm
I
calling
mean-
him my master?
Yeah.
He's asking where the name came from.
Oh yeah, he missed that.
Yeah, so it started out as Dr. Dreadful, and then we didn't have a drummer for a while. So I started doing acoustic stuff just to be able to play out, but I didn't want to go by Dr. Dreadful for that. I wanted to go by a different name, so I thought Miss Dreadful made sense because it was close enough. And then it just stuck. Like, it seemed like it described the image I wanted to put out there, like, gave it a face. Like, we didn't really,
I mean, there were a couple times where we'd be playing a show or like something like that, and someone would actually introduce us as, well, sometimes it would be Mr. Dreadful
Yeah.
or Miss Dreadful, or people have
I
referred
don't
to as
know.
Rachel Dreadful before
Yeah.
too, so
but,
it just kind of worked.
yeah, so, but yeah, Miss Dreadful, it just, I don't know, it just made sense. It seemed, it sounded kind of spooky, and I
Well,
like
it
to
does.
write spooky songs, so,
I know.
yeah.
Like how we were sitting here to talk about killing that last time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And plus, like, we
And
never.
I'm still alive.
I know.
She didn't kill me off yet.
I know. Even though we're taking, or no, we didn't take bets. About that someone's
There might have been
gonna-
some sort of background pool going on me.
Yeah, wasn't it that, yeah, something was going to happen in the parking lot? But that's a lot of things we do say. No, we try to bring people together, not separate here. It's been brought to you by I Wish I Knew. I know. I come up with brilliant PSAs.
Well, apparently you've been fired.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, I had...
Tim
that
is
really-
fired.
Was that believable? That was going to actually walk out? No. It sort of happens like that.
I don't think he's there right now.
Yeah, it sort of happens.
He would have
that.
typed something by now.
But what is your goal in 5 years? Where do you want it besides sort of the 3-year thing?
Yeah.
What's that ultimate goal?
To not have to work a day job.
God, that was late, Tim. I know, that was horrible timing. That was horrible timing.
Yeah, he did that from across the street.
Yeah, it's a program VNC that he logged into an account that he could log into.
All right.
So he hit that from the building across, yeah. Not completely aimed at you.
Okay.
A
I
little
guess-
late there.
Okay.
You had an opinion? Nope, not
It's
anymore.
fine. I
Not allowed to have
don't.
one.
I haven't achieved many of my goals, so it's fine. No, I guess to not have to work a day job in order to be able to pay for music. You know, just to be able to do music would be nice.
Sort of that stability.
Yeah.
And doing what you sort of are passionate with.
Yeah.
How about you?
Play a stadium.
Play-
Just a
play
packed
stadium.
stadium would be. That's probably one of my ultimate.
Football or soccer?
Ooh, what can hold more people?
I think soccer. Well, college stadiums.
It depends on the, yeah.
College football stadiums hold a hell of a lot, too.
If you
Like-
played like Buckeye Stadium or like
Yeah, that's over
whatever Michigan
100,000.
has.
Depends. How big do you want to go?
I don't know. I don't.
100,000 or less?
Oh, the more the merrier.
Okay, 100,000.
Or,
so
you know-
soccer, college stadium.
What about playing the Brickyard? Indianapolis Speedway. 400,000 people in the seats.
I might get a little nervous after the first 100,000.
But they're all like separated really far, so I don't know how that would work.
How the hell do you know? I'm not going to even ask that.
Some people just know things.
True, I don't. The most part in that. Someone typed something there. What did they say?
Blame the 15-second delay between the stream and my typing and hitting buttons.
Yeah, that was quite rude of you. You're
Seems like a
fired.
likely story.
You're fired for being the advisor. You can pack up your things and never come back. You find it hilarious.
That-
Just don't hold back the laughing.
That seems mean, but Tim knows he doesn't mean it.
I know. It sort of happens in that aspect.
Especially if there's a 15-second delay, then it's totally excusable.
Ish. Maybe. You could be making it up on the other side.
I think it's
No.
more like a 6-second delay. Unless
Yeah.
that's changed.
Do you guys want to play something, or you want us to play something off of tracks from before? That we have.
What do you want to do?
You want to play something?
Yeah, sure. What?
Yeah, your choice.
All right. This is Why Don't You Come Around?
No.
Or we don't have to play. for you to forgive me. I'm allowed visitors now, so why don't you come around?
Very nice.
Thanks.
How did that come about?
It was like somebody that gets very jealous, so they kill their boyfriend's friends and family and end up in a mental institution, and then they wonder why he doesn't come visit her. That's what it's about.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That is a very dark and interesting tale.
See, I knew you would love them.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Because every once in a
you
while,
don't
there's
hear
dark
that
humor.
every day.
You gotta appreciate the dark humor that we have. Then also having dark music. Yeah.
Yeah.
This sort of goes with our thing.
Yeah.
True story, Nat. So, Mike,
Yeah.
come on. I know you got
Oh
something
right, a
out there.
question. As I was thinking about other things, so let's see.
No, Tim can't bail you out.
Oh well, no, he's apparently packed up his things.
I doubt that by a long shot.
Oh, I know that's not real, but that's what it says.
See, we do have dark humor here. In the one aspect of it. So with the acoustic album that you guys were talking about, so what sort of spawned the idea of, you know, or maybe in a way, was it because of starting off acoustically that sort of spawned the idea, or?
No,
Yeah.
I started, I mean, I first learned on an acoustic guitar, but I really started out wanting to play electric guitar
Mhm.
and play in a hard rock band. The acoustic thing just kind of came about because we couldn't play shows without a drummer, and I got antsy waiting for a drummer. So I was like, I'm just gonna write some songs for the acoustic guitar and rewrite some of the songs that we put on the album, and now I can play shows again.
Fair
I've
enough.
been doing the acoustic things for about 3 years, and I've only been doing that with you for the last 2.
Has that really been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was 2015.
No. I think it was, or wait.
No,
No, I think it was 16.
No, because it was well before the acoustic tour.
No. I mean, like, I've been playing the acoustic guitar
I
for a
know.
long time, but
But I thought you did.
the tour happened like it was, I think it was 2016, but it was like April. I decided that I was gonna do this, so I wrote a bunch of songs and then did the tour in July of that same year. But it really doesn't matter if it was 2015 or
I was just
2016.
trying
But yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun.
yeah, it all kind of
And they
blurs
all-
together. I can't keep track.
I feel it.
Like, was it yesterday when I had to ask you what year it was? Because we were going back through the timeline of our band, and I was like, wait a minute, what year is it? Yeah. So it's all one big year now.
True.
1 5-year long, 6-year. I'm lost now too.
I've had that feeling before. Yeah.
You must have been hearing, the other one that we didn't realize what day it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now that happens a lot.
Yeah.
every once in a while. You
Yeah.
know, things sort of blend together. You know, Mondays to Tuesdays that just pop out of nowhere. You know.
Yeah.
See, sometimes I'll know what numbered day of the month it is, or sometimes I'll know what day of the week it is. Usually not at the same time.
We
Were you
feel
Unless
with
I-
an extra day in it and that you didn't realize it was there.
I'll know from like if I look at like, okay, so this date I'm thinking about in the future is whatever the whatever, and then I'll just have to go based on like remembering that, counting forward and backward. What day of the week it is, and what number.
Time for you to get a watch.
Yeah, I mean, or I could just pull this out and be like, oh, there it is.
But to that, let's get
Yeah.
more musically. You like that? Musically? Oh, well. You can always come up with some good puns.
Okay.
Yeah, I sit here and try to, stand up.
Yeah.
Somewhat fail at it.
Well,
It's
I mean,
okay.
you're sitting down right now.
At least you finally caught on.
He's not wrong.
I know. See, I was waiting for that one person to realize that. There you go. So, I gotta sort of go with this. You have plans for this coming winter and sort of coming up with some new material.
I just wrote a song on Saturday, but like I have to play through it and keep rewriting it.
Yeah,
So-
finicky
Letting it
with it,
evolve until you're
Yeah.
happy with it.
Yeah.
Then get mad at it and rewrite it again. Your
Yeah.
process is a whole lot different than mine.
Well, I mean, songs are strange because sometimes it'll just come right out and it's fine and I can write it in like a couple hours. And then other times I'll start writing something and I won't finish it till like a year later because I don't know, I can't figure out what to do with it. So, but yeah, I'm always trying to work on new stuff. So.
Fair enough. Well, that's the thing is, sometimes it does flow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's sort of that it's like, no, but I could add this to. I get it. Sort of
Yeah.
every once in a while finicking. Or the worst comes to worst, after you finick with it, a few times, it's like, yeah, no, the first one was. It sort of, puts that no doubt of, no, I'm going to go with that.
Or like when sometimes I'll write something and then I realize it's already someone else's song, so I have to totally scrap it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I can believe that happens.
Yeah. Like like you come up with something that's just too similar to something else. So.
You gotta be careful with chord progressions because sometimes,
Yeah.
like, I don't know I forget what the 4 chords are that are just like in every fucking song.
Well, yeah, that's another thing is like I have to make sure. I don't know.
Aren't
Like,
some
on
of
that
those
too.
like, what is it? We just talked about this in the meeting the other day.
I know.
Yeah, it's that word for like,
I'll remember. Sorry
it's a
for cutting
copyright
you off.
thing. It's a copyright thing. It's
And one of us
public
go-
domain. That was it.
Yeah.
Aren't some of those in the public domain?
Well,
But I mean, you don't want to use that.
yeah.
Like you can, but why? It's at the point of writing music.
Or there's times where you'll like have written a riff or something like that, and well, I mean, this has happened to me too. Like, write something, and then hear something on the radio, and I'm just like, ah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instant
I
lockdown.
really like that. They took it from me.
Right. They took it from you 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Before you were born.
Or you're jamming, and then while you're doing it, you realize that you're actually playing something you've heard before, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
I did that not too long ago, and I forget who the song was by, but I remember it really really ticked me off once I realized who it was by. Wasn't it like an Incubus song by
I
accident or
don't
something
know.
like that? I was just livid, and I'm just like, I'm not playing for the next week. I'm not touching this thing. I'm done. Ugh.
All of us have those moments of the instant just quit and say we're going to not do it, and what happens?
Yeah.
We turn it back right around and go and do it again.
Definition of insanity.
True. But do we live in the same world?
Dependent on your views, I suppose.
True. Very valid in that. So what is Tim and the other person? Oh.
Oh, it's somebody from the internet.
Oh.
Oh, somebody in that. Who's that? Sure. Can't completely see that.
I think it says Schmuck22.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Hello, person.
Do you?
I don't
Do you
know.
know who this is?
I might. Maybe.
You never know.
I mean, now that we're on Twitch, we've had some sort of just random fans of the station itself that pop in.
Well,
Usually they're pretty
True,
cool.
true.
Except Saturday 2000.
Don't worry, I have an alias account out there.
What, to like mess with Saturday 2000?
No.
Or are
Pay
you
attention
saying
if
that
you people are listening and stuff?
you are
Yeah.
Saturday 2000? Is this your
No.
confession?
No.
Okay, so there's a story behind that. It's a long one, but there's this guy called Saturday 2000 who has made one of our DJs like pretend paranoid that everyone he meets is Saturday 2000.
Oh no.
It's a joke, but like the guy was being real testy and like because he was like talking about how he has a Blockbuster shirt. He's like, you don't know a Blockbuster shirt. And he actually showed up like 2 days later with his Blockbuster shirt on, saying, "Be here Saturday 2000, approve it," and he wasn't there,
Yeah.
of course. And then he showed up again later.
You know someone named Flick?
No.
Okay. Then it's probably not them.
That says Rick.
Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Do you know?
I didn't completely see that. Oops.
Hi, Rick.
I mean,
I mean, I know a lot of people named Rick. I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty popular name.
True, true.
So
Drummer from Creation?
I don't know.
It could be.
Now they're saying they might not be Rick. So I don't know.
Whatever. You do
Yeah.
you, buddy. You do you.
Yeah, you do
It's
you.
okay.
Nah. So, I'll go with this.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, we're getting trolled.
Oh, God. I can't see it. Something
It says, or am I just Saturday 2000 in disguise?
Maybe.
Sounds like Brett.
It's not.
Could be.
That sounds like my buddy Brett. That sounds like something that he would do just to mess with me.
Maybe a little deep down inside. Yeah.
If you are listening, happy birthday.
We'll find out. Maybe they'll own up in a text message. You have any interest in actually going across overseas and playing?
Definitely.
Any certain countries come to
Yeah,
mind?
I'd like to play the UK because
UK.
people like on Bandcamp keep buying our album from the UK.
Yeah, we've actually gotten a decent amount of sales
Yeah.
for over there.
Fair enough.
I mean, I personally would just love to see Ireland, Scotland, England, Germany, etc. But to be able to play out
Yeah.
there too,
Yeah,
might as well kill two birds at once with one stone on that one.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're that far, you might as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a short little ride across either by boat or plane.
I think I'd definitely rather fly over than.
Well, I know from like
Yeah, yeah.
UK over, and that's not far of a trip in that. Fair enough. I got you in that. Anything important or no? Okay. I'll take that as a no.
Can't see anything from back
That's
here.
On me
Okay.
either.
See lines.
It's line. Every once in a while you can make out
Yeah,
whatever in
it's-
that.
It doesn't need to be mentioned. And yeah, there's traveling the world, and there's traveling the world and doing what you love at the same time. Yeah.
True.
Definitely. No, being able to see those places. Plus, it would be. Not only would it be experiencing those places for whether it be the history or the architecture or whatever, but it would also be being able to experience what the people are like there. Actually being in, say you play a couple bars or something, or you play bigger venues or something like that, and like you're getting to see that whole.
Side that
Almost-
you haven't seen before.
Yeah, I mean it would have a sense of familiarity from playing shows out here, but at the same time, is there a big difference in what the crowds are like?
True.
So it'd be experiencing that. That's something that would be just great.
And understanding why people are buying your album from over there.
They're slowly making a push for us to go over.
It's like us. I don't understand why we have viewers for like Western Europe and that
Yeah,
either.
it's the internet.
Huh, it's the internet.
Find anyone.
Pretty much in
It's
that.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're just watching some weird people who work at a college radio station in Kirtland, Ohio,
Yeah.
and they're guests.
Yeah.
So what is your dream guitar to own? I know, I picked that one.
You have yours.
Yeah, like, so I wanted a Gibson Les Paul, like, from when I first started playing, so that was what I got, so yeah, I have mine.
I kind of sort of have mine, but what I'd really like is actually probably an older model. I don't necessarily want vintage, but an actual Fender Strat, just because I've always loved the sound that they have. Though no complaints on Telecaster either. Just always been a fan of Fender.
Fair enough.
Maybe it's from growing up near Seattle. Because you get,
Fender?
Nirvana used Fender.
Okay.
You had Hendrix, who had his.
Yeah, I could see that sort of being
It's
the
kind of a
influence of it.
grungy guitar, all on its own, just with the tone.
Yeah. Sure, I could see that sort of influencing that a little. Trust me, I don't know that much into Gibson. So, but I could see that. The Broadstorm and that. So, Mike.
So yeah, speaking of like travel from earlier, do you have any stories from the road that are worth telling, fun, or interesting?
Does anything
Uh,
interesting happen?
I don't know. It was just place in Tennessee, Johnson City, Jackson.
Yeah, it is Johnson City.
Yeah, I always get that confused. But yeah, Johnson City
Mhm.
itself, it was just coming through the foothills of West Virginia and kind of. It was a little
No, I think we went there through
I thought we
North
went-
Carolina.
North Carolina, and then I thought.
I don't know.
We
We went
either
through
way,
the mountains.
we went through some like backwoodsy little places, and I was getting a little nervous that this place was going to be, as backwoodsy, and getting nervous. We're getting closer and closer and closer to the destination, and then when you finally got there, it's just kind of like it broke open into like this really, really lush little green valley, and it was just like this really gorgeous little town where they had turned like some of the old like train depots and stuff like that into breweries, into restaurants, into music venues. So I think just that was just kind of a cool experience. This neat little park that you got to walk around that had all these statues that people from all over had made. The place that you ended up playing was a cool little venue too. It's not there anymore, is it?
I don't know.
Sure, that
I
like
went there
hidden
once.
gem.
Yeah, it definitely was. So that was just neat. Everyone there was real friendly too.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Can't always judge things by the look on the road.
Yeah, no,
I
it was,
gotcha.
it was just a really nice experience going there, and the whole thing was just neat.
Yeah.
Fair,
Lots of
fair.
driving, pretty long, but it was neat nonetheless.
So it was pretty much worth it.
Mm.
I gotcha. Silly Mike. You zoning now. No, I'm just joking. You gotta
I
mess
was
with
just
them just
listening
a
to the
little.
answers.
I want to see if I can catch him off guard just because.
Oh, you failed.
I know. This happens. This happens a lot. Besides, if people want to find you guys, where should they go?
We're on Facebook. It's Facebook, Miss Dreadful, and we're on Spotify, YouTube, Bandcamp. Like we're on like every streaming thing out there. So all you have to do.
Yeah, I found
is,
us on like some Russian one the other day or
Yeah.
something like that. That was kind of neat.
Yeah. You just Google Miss Dreadful.
Yeah,
You'll
actually,
find us.
yeah. You just Google that and then it just pops right up.
Yeah.
Tim is normal saying.
Hmm.
Is it time to take a nap? I know. He always does that.
You wanted to take a nap.
Yeah, I did, but I had to navigate.
Yeah. It's that time.
Yeah.
You know. Things and stuff. But if you want, we could play something one more time in that and yeah,
Okay.
close it out.
One more song and call it a night.
Yeah. This is our song about how much we like zombies.
Oh, Jesse would love this.
Alright. I love your smile full of rotten teeth, oh baby, what it does to me. Wanna feel the touch of your cold gray skin against me. Oh baby, get against me. I don't care what they say about zombies. This one loves me more than anything. I don't care what they say about zombies. This one loves me more than And when the sun goes down, the moon will guide us to your blood. In the cemetery, I know you got blood pumping through your veins. And baby, that's good enough for me. I don't care what they say about zombies. This one loves me more than anything. I don't care what they say about zombies. This one loves me. It loves to love me. I don't care what they say about zombies. This one loves me more than anything. I don't care what they say about zombies.
Yeah, our advisor would absolutely love that. He's in the whole zombie thing.
That's actually
Oh.
one that we have the music video for.
Yeah, there's a music video for that. If you want to watch it.
I'll
I'm
show
going to
him that
forward
later.
it.
Yeah.
To him by
Yeah.
email too.
Yeah.
'Cause he actually has the bag in his car in case that happens. No, it's a legit thing. I wish I'm joking, but it's actually a legit
Nah.
thing. So
Wait,
that would
he doesn't just have that for fun?
no,
He actually has a zombie response team.
yeah,
Thing.
bag in that. In case of apocalypse, yeah.
Better than safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be very fitting. I'm going to forward this to him so he sees it in the morning. Fair enough in that. But it's been a pleasure, you guys.
Likewise.
Thanks for having
likewise.
us.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, definitely some good stuff.
Thanks.
Not going, yeah, I'm going to go and throw that in front of him right after this. That song and that.